Welcome back, Cowboys fans. Today, we're diving deep into the recent loss against the San Francisco 49ers, a game that left many of us feeling deflated. You could sense the energy in the stadium. It was low. With injuries plaguing the 49ers, this was a golden opportunity for the Dallas Cowboys to make a statement. But as we know, that's not exactly how things turned out. From the get-go, it was evident that the Cowboys struggled. The defense, which had shown signs of improvement in previous games, allowed the 49ers to run all over them. Despite a few late-game heroics from Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, who managed to narrow the gap to just one score, the game slipped through our fingers. The hope was palpable as they marched down the field, but then reality hit. 4 straight incompletions from Prescott effectively sealed our fate. The final stats tell a troubling story. The Cowboys rushed the ball only 19 times for a mere 56 yards. In contrast, the 49ers amassed an astonishing 223 rushing yards. It's not just a loss, it's a glaring indictment on both our coaching staff and the players themselves. The offense seemed stagnant, and once again, it felt like CeeDee Lamb was left to carry the entire load. So what do you think, Cowboys Nation? Is it time to reassess our expectations for this season? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel and hitting that notification bell. Your support means everything as we aim to grow our community to 12,000 subscribers. As we look deeper into the Cowboys' struggles this season, it's clear that the issues we saw against the 49ers are not isolated incidents. They're part of a troubling trend that has plagued the team week after week. First and foremost, let's talk about the run defense. Despite a few promising moments, it seems like every time we turn around, opposing offenses are gashing us on the ground. In that game alone, allowing 223 rushing yards is simply unacceptable, especially when you consider that the 49ers were missing their star running back, Christian McCaffrey. Instead, it was third-string rookie Isaac Guerendo who shredded our defense for 86 yards. It raises the question, how can we consistently allow lesser-known players to have breakout games against us? On the offensive side, we can't ignore the struggles of Dak Prescott. Historically, he's been a reliable quarterback, but this season, we've seen an alarming increase in turnovers. It's like he's trying to force plays that just aren't there, and that pressure has only intensified given the lack of a robust running game. With the Cowboys rushing for just 56 yards, defenses know they can pin their ears back and go after him. The overall lack of production and consistency is troubling, especially when we consider the talent on this roster. So, Cowboys fans, what do you think is the root of these problems? Is it coaching, player performance, or perhaps something deeper? After the heartbreaking loss to the 49ers, Mike McCarthy took to the podium with the same familiar rhetoric we've come to expect from him. He emphasized the need for complementary football, stating, "We did some things, but we got to stop the run and stay committed to the run for 4 quarters." While these words might resonate with the faithful, the question remains, can he deliver on this promise? McCarthy's post-game comments sounded like classic coach speak, reassuring, but ultimately lacking in substance. The truth is, the Cowboys have struggled to maintain a cohesive game plan, particularly when it comes to running the ball and stopping their opponents from doing the same. McCarthy pointed out that the team is losing the turnover ratio week after week, yet we've seen little evidence that anything is changing in that regard. Sure, getting players like Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence back from injury would undoubtedly bolster the defense. But the issues run deeper. The offensive line has had its share of struggles, and without a solid ground game, Prescott finds himself under constant pressure. This leads to forced passes and, as we've seen, costly turnovers. It's easy to preach about what needs to happen. It's another thing entirely to execute it on the field. The promises McCarthy makes seem to ring hollow when we look at the results. As fans, we want to believe that our coach has the vision and capability to turn things around, but can we realistically expect a turnaround from this team? What do you think, Cowboys Nation? Are McCarthy's words just empty promises, or is there a glimmer of hope for improvement? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget, your support is crucial. Subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to keep up with our latest content as we strive to reach that 12,000 subscriber milestone. As we reflect on the Dallas Cowboys' current season, it's important to compare the lofty expectations many of us had before kickoff to the harsh reality we're facing now. Coming off last season's promising performance, fans were optimistic. The roster looked solid, and we believed this could be the year the Cowboys made a deep playoff run. However, that hope has been dimmed by a series of frustrating performances. We entered the season expecting to see a balanced attack, with a potent offense complemented by a staunch defense. Instead, we find ourselves scratching our heads as both sides of the ball struggle to find their footing. The offensive line has had its ups and downs, and without a reliable ground game, our passing attack has been severely hampered. Dak Prescott's inconsistency further complicates matters, leaving many of us questioning whether he can regain his form. On the defensive side, injuries have taken their toll, but even when the key players were healthy, we saw glaring weaknesses. The inability to stop the run has been a consistent issue, and it feels like teams are exploiting this weakness week after week. The coaching staff has to shoulder some of this blame. Adjusting the game plan to compensate for these struggles is essential. So, Cowboys fans, how are you feeling about the state of the team? Are you still holding out hope for a turnaround, or is it time to reevaluate our expectations? As we gaze into the future of the Dallas Cowboys, the pressing question remains: what needs to change for this team to regain its footing and become competitive once again? First and foremost, we must address the coaching strategy. Mike McCarthy's approach has come under scrutiny, and it may be time for some adjustments. Whether it's enhancing the game plan or finding ways to better utilize the talent on the roster, changes are essential for improvement. In addition to coaching, player performance must also be evaluated. The return of key players from injury, like Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence, will undoubtedly provide a boost, but it's crucial that the entire roster steps up. Prescott needs to regain his confidence and protect the football while finding ways to distribute the ball more effectively beyond just CeeDee Lamb. Moreover, the front office must consider potential roster adjustments as the season progresses. Whether it's exploring trades or bringing in free agents, a proactive approach is necessary to fill any glaring gaps. So what do you think, Cowboys Nation? What changes would you like to see for the remainder of the season? Share your ideas in the comments below. And don't forget, subscribing to our channel and clicking that notification bell is a great way to stay updated as we continue to discuss the journey of the Cowboys. Your support is vital as we aim for that 12,000 subscriber milestone. As we wrap up our discussion on the Dallas Cowboys, it's clear that the road ahead is filled with challenges. The loss to the San Francisco 49ers served as a stark reminder of the issues that have plagued this team all season. Turnovers, an ineffective run game, and a defense that has struggled to stop opposing offenses. While Mike McCarthy's promises offer a glimmer of hope, the reality is that significant changes are needed for the Cowboys to turn their season around. Whether it's through adjustments in coaching strategy or improved player performance, every aspect of this team must rise to the occasion. Now, we turn it over to you, Cowboys Nation. What are your thoughts on the team's future? What changes would you like to see? We want to hear from you in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Your support is essential as we strive to reach our goal of 12,000 subscribers.